Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Today we are playing Sons of the Forest. I know this game has been out for a while, but this is my first time playing it and it was actually pretty fun. Me and my buddy started a new game and unfortunately my mic was pretty quiet. That'll be fixed in the future, but for now you guys are going to have to deal with a voiceover of what we did. Pretty much what we did on the first day was we put up these walls and cleared out a area where we wanted to build. Our main focus for the first day or two was to put up the walls and just protect ourselves from the cannibals that were coming to attack us every once in a while. Well, and with that, if y'all want to see more content like this, go on ahead and leave a like and leave a comment if there are any other games I should try. Now let's go ahead and get into the video. Damn, it is a big island. Is this what you were talking about?
God, how fucking deep am I?
How what?
I'm underwater.
Really? What the fuck?
Where are you at?
Now I'm in the water. So I guess I'm just probably just a little behind. I'm in the helicopter, so. My buddy's drowning. I could get out with it. Okay, I think I see you. Oh, I saw you first thing. I don't know about that.
Now, who invited you here?
Motion blur turned off. Don't mind.
Stop talking. Nope, stop. Shut up.
Alright, I changed it to push to talk.
Oh my fucking god, dude.
Was it bad?
That was the loudest fucking thing I've ever heard in my entire life. I don't even have my fucking headphones turned up all the way, dude. What's up, pal?
Motion blur.
As you can tell, my audio was very quiet. However, my buddy's audio was extremely loud. He obviously turned off his voice chat, but he's pretty loud during the entire video. So that's why we're going to do a voiceover and pretty much a time lapse of what really happened during the first couple of days. So pretty much at the beginning, I went on ahead and got our deaf buddy here. He's an AI, which I think is pretty cool. You can tell him to grab stuff and he'll go and grab it. But pretty much at the beginning, we woke him up, went, got supplies, and I figured out how to use the controls. There's a huge backpack, as you can see there. Absolutely, just you can put a crazy amount of items and stuff inside of your backpack. It's absolutely insane. But once we figured out how to do that, there was a GPS thing, so open that, and then my buddy said that great places to live are usually around water. And so, as you can see, we found a little lake with some rivers connecting to it, and we were like, this would be a perfect place to live. But we needed to see if there's a flat place that would really be good for us to build there. And then we walked around a little bit, and there was this little rock bit here, and we thought that this would be the perfect place for us to really go on ahead and build. So once we decided this was going to be the place we lived, we told our AI buddy to clear 20 meters of trees, forests, just all of it. Just clear it all. So he went ahead, got to work. Me and my buddy started doing the same thing. And then once we got enough like trees cut down and what we thought was a big enough place to really clear out and build, then we decided to really start putting up walls and start doing the kind of like beginning of a base building. And my buddy built a fire and everything so we could get some food and everything. I built a spear because there were some like cannibals, some feral cannibals. I guess there are different kinds of cannibals around. So we were killing them as they came, and we finally finished really clearing up, and then we started building the walls. Now, I already did some testing with like the book and everything, so I already knew how to build a few things and I knew how to like select it. So I went on ahead and selected, and there was a path there, as you can see, and we decided that that was going to be a little like entrance for like, because I know there are golf carts in the game. That's pretty much, I didn't know a lot, but I knew that there were golf carts and some like minor other things. So we decided that that was going to be our main entrance if we ever got a golf cart. And then once we got done kind of making the perimeter of like the walls, we kind of just wanted to like square off that little area, and then we were going to make everything pretty much inside just the base. So we started to get to work and started building the walls so we can make the door and everything. And as you can see, there's the door. It works, I mean, pretty well. The only issue I've ever seen with like the door is sometimes you'll walk up on it and just the indicator to open the door just doesn't show up sometimes. But other than that, we got attacked by some more feral uh, cannibals, I guess. And my buddy was telling me about how you can burn them and also eat their limbs, which is apparently not very good for you, but it's food if you like desperately need it. So they attacked us, and he told me that you can burn them, and once you burn them, you get their bones, and the bones can actually be used for quite a bit of building. And you'll see later, we built a log sled, and there are two versions. One's without using like anything, like just sticks, that's it, and it carries 8 logs. And then the one that we built, it uses 2 skulls and some cloth, and it took us forever to find cloth, but we finally found it, and it could hold 12 logs, and that just sped up our process for making the walls so much faster. Now, while I was building the wall, I realized that there was a marker on the map, and it was this blue circle with like an X, and I didn't know what it was, but my buddy said it might be a golf cart. So obviously, I had to go down and find out what it was. And I found out it was a golf cart, so that's pretty awesome. We grabbed it, brought it back to the base, found out that there was a radio for the thing too, and I flipped through a couple of the radio stations. Nothing really cool, but yeah, golf cart's pretty awesome. So that's going to make mobility pretty great. We're going to be able to get around this island and find more stuff pretty easily now.
I was running one. What's up, dude?
I can't fit through that. Don't worry, I'll go around.
What?
Dude, I can't believe we can't get rid of these fucking boulders. They're so annoying. Fuck these motherfuckers.
I know they're another.
Oh my god, I actually have an idea. So there you just saw how my first experience was using the golf cart. Obviously, it was pretty great. Driving around was pretty cool, but it was very hard to like steer actually, which I didn't think it would be, but I mean, whatever. The fact that it's a golf cart in general is just pretty awesome. And then obviously the idea of making like a garage came to mind for the golf cart, so just a place to like park outside. And that sounded like a pretty good idea, but we haven't made it yet. So we've mainly focused on finishing the walls first before we got too ambitious with making the base bigger. Now here we wanted to get some more logs, so we went on ahead and I started to make log storage. Now there's a small one and a big one, and my thought process is go big or go home. So obviously we're gonna make a big one, and then we figured we were gonna need a crap ton of logs, so I made 2. And this was gonna be our like main storage area, and we started to add more storage as time went on. Bone storage, stick storage, stone storage, and then I told our AI buddy, I don't know, I'm not gonna call him AI buddy, so let's give him a name. How about Steven? Steven, there we go. I told him to go grab some logs, and well, I told him to follow me first because I didn't know how it worked, but I wanted to go grab logs and then drop them hopefully inside the storage, and then hopefully it would just like go to the storage. But what I didn't know is if you cycle through the options of grab logs and then you can cycle through. If you cycle through that, there's a option for um filling holder or like fill storage, and I didn't know that. It'd be great to know before, but live and learn. And then I accidentally picked up a log, didn't know how to put it back. Like you can't put only one, you have to put them, you have to put a few back. So then it turned from, oh, that sucks, to now I made a little enclosed area for our storage area, which is a good idea. But the only reason I really made it was because I couldn't figure out how to put the log down. And if you don't know, you can actually just grab a log and look at the ground and then place it on the ground, which I figure out later, which would have been great to know now. But now, now I know. And now we have an enclosed area for our storage. Now, after we continued to get the wall, finally finished the storage area, or just like the log storage, nightfall finally came. And I was kind of excited. I wanted to see what it was like during night because I wanted to know if that the cannibals were going to attack us during the night or not. And apparently, and they do attack you during the night, but not all the time. So the first night I wanted to fight them because I wanted to see how strong they were. I wanted to see. I wanted to experience it. But my buddy wanted to sleep, so we found out that you can make a shelter with just the tarp. I thought you needed to make like the bed with the sticks or whatever, but you can just make it with the tarp. So found a place to put the tarp down because there was only like a few spots that it would work. I guess it doesn't work on like a slanted area, whatever. So we figured it out, and then we slept. And apparently you can get attacked while you're sleeping. It didn't happen, so we just woke up in the morning. So that's cool. And yeah, then we just continued on making the wall. Now, obviously, it's the second day, so we had a problem. We needed food and water. The food situation was already solved with my buddy making fish traps, so we could cook the food, and that was great. But the water, my buddy went out and explored and found this little camp of like just regular people, not camp of like cannibals, just regular people. They were regular tents, whatever. And he found a pot. And this pot you can fill up with water and then put over the fire in boiling water, and then it's clean water, so you could drink it. So that really solved our issue of water. And then obviously our food was all good. And then later we found out that there was a drying rack. And I think the most efficient way to really get food is with the drying rack because you get the fish from the fish catcher, and then you put it on the drying rack, and then after like a day or two, maybe, then it's good. And you really shouldn't need to eat more than like you'll catch 4 or 5 fish from both of those catchers, and then you really only need to eat 1 or 2 a day. So it was perfect. Now, as night fell, we immediately got attacked. We also had these drying racks that the cannibals would try to steal from because we had food. So we went on ahead and killed the cannibals that raided us. It was just this one and then one feral one. And we immediately burned the body so we could get the bones and the skulls for the log sled. And once we took care of that, I found out that they broke the wall, which sucked, but this is the point where I still didn't know that you could just place them back on the ground. So I was picking them up and placing them where they needed to go. We were almost done with the wall. We just had to rebuild that one part and then finish the part you see now, and then there's a little bit by the water. We were almost done, but it kind of sucked that they were destroying the wall because it happened like this was like the second time it happened, so we just had to keep rebuilding it. Now remember those bodies that we burned, so I went to go pick up the bones and everything. And we actually had a bone storage by now because we burned like 2 or 3 bodies, and they drop a lot of bones. You can put every bone in the bone storage. So I went to go fill up the bone storage, and then I realized it was full, and then we just started to make more storage, and then that's when I think we have 4 bone storages, and I think we have 4 stick storages too. Now this was the point where I figured out that Steven here can fill up the log storage. So I was cycling through to make him drop it there, and it said fill holder, which is awesome. So that's great. And we were almost done. We had 4 logs left in the wall, and then our wall was done. And we were so close. So I started chopping down a tree to finally finish it, and I told Steven to grab us some logs so we can have the log storage just filled. Now we finally finished the wall, and we needed more logs. So we came over to this little lake here, and I came up with the amazing idea. Keep you in mind, best idea I think ever someone to have in this game. But we had the idea of getting the logs, chopping the tree down into the river there, and floating it down all the way to the base of the river, kind of like the lake, kind of the beginning of the lake, and then pick them up and bring them back. Great idea. And we started to build this little wall here so the logs would catch, and then hopefully, if it worked, float the logs all the way down the river, and then that would be just so many logs that you only need to go to one place to get. So we tried it, see if it would work, and here's how it went. No? Alright, my bad. That's on me.
Hey, you.
No, no,
Big thing, big brain.
that's on me. Dude, oh my god, it works. It takes time. But it's working. Right?
But you get stopped by that fucking rock right there.
It probably will be, but-
Everything.
Trust. Because we'll be here, and we can just grab them like that. It's gonna be that easy. Yeah, dude. Trust the
Let me cut
process.
one.
Just cut a shit ton, and put them down here so I can make this wall. So, obviously, it worked out pretty well. And I thought that that was the best idea ever. My buddy, he didn't seem too impressed. But me, I was very impressed. I mean, come on, that's a generational idea. Well, not generational, but that's a 10 out of 10 idea, right? So that's what I was thinking. And then we started to cut some trees, hopefully get a shit ton of logs into the base. So then we could start building really just more inside of the walls. Because the only thing we really built so far was the storage and just the walls to protect us from the cannibals. Created. All right, catch the other side of that shit.
Wasn't it?
I said catch the other side. Dude, like, yeah, bro, this is the smartest shit ever. It just takes a while.
So we got time.
We don't even need this, to be honest. We don't even need the wall at the end, but it's just for show now. The rocks stop it, like, completely, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
I'm too smart for this world, dude. So we went on ahead, finished the wall to stop the logs from going further into the lake, because if they're in the lake and you're swimming, you can't pick them up. So the wall stopped them from going all the way in, and then obviously we built a door from the base to the 10 out of 10 idea, you know, since it's probably the best idea that's going to come out of this for a while, you know. So we just kept getting logs and kept filling up the log storage. Where'd that come down? Right here. Okay. Now the question is, hold on, I'm gonna get one of these actually. Oh, never mind. No, I'm not. Okay. The question is, can it work from all the way up here? Like, can this tree work?
I don't see why not. If you can get it higher. All the fucking way up here, like fucking right.
Dude, that would be insane, though. Imagine how much wood we could do if someone just did one trip up on one side and one trip down on the other side. And just all the wood they got, they just brought back. You know what I mean? Okay, that seems to be working. I'm gonna go to the other side real quick. Hold on. Because I think that this part is gonna be too shallow. Like, if you look upstream a little bit. Yeah, because it's not working right now. I mean, it's working slowly towards this waterfall. But up here, it's not working at all. Yeah, so this waterfall ain't working at all.
We just need a little push.
That's what I tried to do, but here it's literally just stuck. Maybe once it gets some, like... Yeah, see, like that one next to you, it's stuck. But you threw it, and then the rest of them started coming, so...
Yeah.
Okay. So it's not too bad up there. It's definitely
Kinda
better
working.
towards the base. But
Oh, that's stuck over here. Fucking everything for everybody else.
as you can see here, we really just wanted to, like, limit test how many logs we could get, how far upstream we could go. Because it got more narrow as you go further up the stream. And it didn't really work very well. There were certain parts that worked decently, but once it got to that one little waterfall spot where it started going into a bigger opening, it really didn't work very well at all. So that was really the only limit that we had. But with how many logs we got just from the base, it worked perfectly fine. I think that it was a great idea, obviously. Great idea. And it's just going to get us a lot of resources, a lot of wood. And all someone has to do is walk up one side, cut the trees down on one side, walk down the other side, grab the logs from the trees that were on the other side, and then just cut more. And that's pretty much it. And then after this, we did some exploring. My buddy got off, and after he got off, I wanted to do some exploring. I wanted to go see really what was around. So those were the first couple days of surviving in Sons of the Forest. It wasn't bad. It was pretty fun, and I like the survival aspect of the game. It's not bad. Next video, we'll go over really what I found while I was exploring and just continue on. And if you want this to be a series and play more games like this, then leave a like and comment what other games are good. I'll look into them and I'll decide if I play them or not. Thank you for watching.